everybody, it's Kyra from BodyCandy. On today's episode of The Tea, we're going to be talking to you about piercing emergency kit, back to school edition. It's that time of year, whether you're in high school, whether you're going off to college, you may want to put together an emergency kit for all those unexpected piercing emergencies, which can and do happen to all of us. Those of you that aren't in school, if you're finished or if you're going, stick around. Piercing emergencies aren't just a thing that happen to students. A little emergency preparedness is good for everyone. Before we get into that, remember to like, comment and subscribe to BodyCandy to see all of our videos. Click the little notification bell too. Okay, so first up, sterile saline spray. One thing you absolutely need to keep to hand is a sterile saline solution. This stuff will not only keep piercings clean and fresh, it can also help you clean up an existing irritated piercing. Let's see what's going on. Bumped your piercing randomly, now it's bleeding. You'll want to do the fine work of getting the blood off your jewellery. It's also good for cleaning off the occasional crusty bit, or just babying a piercing that's irritated and sore. Love this stuff. Extra ball ends. How many times have you dropped a ball end while changing your jewellery, or had one come loose and disappear? Sometimes just closing the drain on the sink just isn't enough. And routinely checking them for looseness is also not really effective sometimes. The best thing you can do is always have extra ends and extra jewellery, even if it's just a retainer. For some reason, ball end loss always seems to happen when the piercing shop is closed as well. Super inconvenient. Having some extra hardware can really help with this. And if you have trouble hanging on to ball ends, BodyCandy happens to have the perfect tool for this. So on to the next topic, jewellery tools. So obviously speaking of ball ends, so sometimes you wind up with the opposite problem, the dreaded stuck ball end. The way to combat this nightmare is to have a pair of coated pliers, designed specifically for using on jewellery without damaging it, and a pair of latex or nitrile gloves. This gives a lot of traction. The other option is a ball removal tool. These are aluminium tubes with a silicone lining, designed to grip onto the ball, give you enough leverage to remove it. So, plugs. If you have stretch lobes like myself, something to consider would be spare plugs in multiple sizes. Glass single flare plugs in the size you currently wear and a size below with O-rings are definitely something you want to keep on hand for emergencies. If you have issues with your current jewellery, you might need to change it out to something non-reactive, or if the problem is related to a fresh stretch and you need to remove the larger size, you'll have some fresh jewellery to put in to give your lobes a bit of a rest. You'll also want some spare O-rings around if you wear them. Better to be safe than sorry. I, however, got a good anecdote to add to this. When I was at Disneyland, I went on a few rides that were a lot faster than I anticipated, and I found myself not hanging on to the handles but hanging on to my plugs for dear life. However, I was really cautious of this and they were my favourite plugs, so I already had a spare pair in my bag ready, just in case I lost them. Stuck jewellery. Another reason to have a pair of coated pliers around. Stuck segment rings. It applies if you put a ring in and snapped it shut but you can't seem to get it back undone. Ultimately, you should be going to your piercer if it is stuck. Piercing kit storage. Whether you need the emergency piercing kit in the locker, backpack, dorm, or your car, you need a vessel to store all the pieces we've just listed. If you're a minimalist, a Ziploc bag will do. If you're looking for something with a bit more structure, our travel jewellery case is a great solution. So here is ours. I have some little baggies up here that I keep some jewellery in sometimes. That's the original packaging. It's really cute, so I like to keep it, and it has all the sizes written on too, which I find very useful. I have these little cubes that I keep some loose ends in. I've got some spare plugs, stud jewellery, I've jewellery for my lead braid piercings, and a lot of spare ball ends and segment rings too, and it's really useful to keep things in. Super small, and it comes with me pretty much everywhere. Alternatively, you can use a glasses case or even a Tupperware container. You can get creative with it, but I personally love my BodyCandy one because obviously. Before I go, every single item that I have spoke about here is linked in the caption below. BodyCandy, we make sure this is all affordable for you, because it shouldn't cost an arm and a leg to look after your piercings. If this video did help, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to BodyCandy, and we'll have way more stuff like this for you in the future. I will see you on the next one. Bye!